Hello and welcome to Let's Talk. My name is George Kingsnorth and my guest today is WayneDenner, who is a technology entrepreneur. And today we're going to be talking about only uploading important messages onto your social media. If you like what you see, please like on YouTube and subscribe, and also follow us on Facebook. Thanks for watching. Consistency and if you look, there are some people pumping out videos every day and there are others doing maybe once or twice a week. What would your recommendation be, and what types of media should people be investing in?
Well, my big thing on this is, look, don't pump anything out unless you have something valuable to say. That's it. And that's where people make the mistake. They're pumping out and churning out all sorts of stuff, and it's not really valuable. And what happens is it's feeding into this already cluttered world of noise, and it's noise and distraction a lot of the times. I typically only tend to pump something out if I've got something of value to say. So something that my said Facebook audience might find interesting. And there has been cases, George, and this goes against what a lot of digital marketing people will say. You must do stuff every day or 3 times a week or 4 times a week or whatever. And if you don't do that, oh, your Facebook audience is going to forget about you. I don't believe that's technically true. What I do believe is that if you get the right people onto your social media page, they certainly don't want to be hearing from you every day of the week with useless nonsense sales messages, right? They want to hear from you when you've got something of value to add to them. Therefore, they're going to give up a little bit of their time and they're going to listen to you, right? So that's where sometimes 2 weeks go past before I have a video for Facebook. And that's because I don't want to, I would love to be doing something on Facebook, but I don't have anything to add. And therefore, I don't believe in adding to the noise or adding to the clutter online. I wait until I have something of value to add, or I spend a little bit more time producing that content, polishing it up a little bit more, getting a little bit right, and a little bit more, you know, that whenever it eventually goes out there, it's better quality, right? Rather than just pump something out for the sake of pumping something out and it doesn't get picked up. And typically what I've seen as a result of, you know, me providing those parameters around my own content being released, I have found a lot more engagement on my Facebook videos. I get a lot more reach, but I also get a lot more views because people are anticipating it. They're waiting for it, and they know when he pumps something out on his Facebook page, I want to listen. And that's the problem that we now have. Everything is on demand. And that on demand also is impacting ratings, engagement, all of that type of stuff. Because if people don't get it right off the bat, they're going to move on somewhere else to get that answer. So I think if you can spend a little bit of time thinking about those things and understanding that your audience doesn't want to hear from you every day of the week about what you had for lunch, where you went on holidays, where you went for your, you know, who you met last week for coffee. They don't want to hear about those things. But what they do want to hear from is educational, valuable, informative, and entertaining content. If you can hit those 4 or 5 things, your content's going to do well.
Brilliant. There's actually quite a lot to unravel in what we've actually talked about today, which I think is going to be extremely valuable. I normally, at the end of my interviews, I ask, is there anything you'd like to say that I didn't give you the chance to say? And I'm sure there is, because there's a lot of knowledge that you have. Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's been gained over the years. And I think what's really, really important for people to remember is, you know, I'm on a marathon. It's not a sprint here for me, and it's hard for some people as well, and particularly businesses who are listening into this video today, and maybe they're just starting out and they're maybe looking at my Facebook page, for example, that's got 5,000 people on it and going, I want to get there. How's he getting 30,000 views on a video? How's he reaching like 35,000 people organically? How is that happening? And my message to them is very, very simple. It didn't happen overnight, right? It took me time to get to that point. So what I want people to remember is, keep at it. Consistency is very, very important. Don't give up, right? That's very, very important. Stay focused. Remember to look for ways to entertain, to educate, to inform your customer, and to inspire them to take action. Be innovative. Try new things out. Not everything is going to work. A lot of the stuff that I did crashed and burnt, right? But I pick myself up, I try again. I maybe look at what some of the bigger brands around the world that are doing, that have got lots of money, have got really bright people working in their marketing departments. How can I try a bit of that? And how can I take that to a local level? because we're all not looking to be global businesses. I don't want to be a global business, right? If I've got, 35% of people in this area using my business, I'm happy. I'm making a living. That's what I want to be. I want to be doing those types of things. I'm not interested in being a 1.2 million, Facebook page. I'm quite happy with my 5,000 of an audience. And remembering that getting the right people onto your social media is really, really important. Get yourself some skills. Get out, network with people. Meet with people like yourself. If you're thinking about getting into the video space, I've always found that getting some really good coaching is really, really important in certain aspects. Like, I'm a self-taught guy like you, right? But that's not to say that I don't have people who coach me. I do. I've got people who I pay money to coach me, to learn me ways to do things better and to improve my workflow. Did you know, Wayne, you could do this a little bit better in Adobe Premiere or this? And that's stuff that I pay people for their knowledge, because they've got that insight and they've got that understanding and that expertise that I need. So surround yourself with a couple of really, really good people and good coaches, but also don't expect people to do it for nothing, right? And I used to get this all the time. Can I meet you for coffee, Wayne? Right? And I spend a lot of my time meeting people for coffee, right? And it's an expensive cup of coffee for me. Maybe not for them, but it is, because you're imparting some really, really good knowledge. And that's not to say that I still don't do that with people. Of course I do, right? But I do value people's time. And I do have respect for the skills that people have developed in these areas. And a person said to me a long, long time ago, especially when it comes to digital marketing and filmmaking and these types of things. And I thought it was very, very apt. Whenever people were phoning me and asking, Wayne, can I avail of your services to do a particular job? And I'd say, sure, yeah, no problem. And I would give them a price for it. And they would go, that's really expensive. And then I said this to this person one day, and the person gave me a very, very interesting analogy of the whole thing. You have to remember that when that person, or you're engaging with that person's services, that person alone has spent hundreds of thousands of pounds getting to the level that they've got to. And you think of the plumber that comes around to your house to fix your shower, right? And he comes through and he looks at my shower and it's clogged up and he says to me, Wayne, that's going to be 350 quid to do that. You would not insult him by going, that's very dear. Because you understand that that guy has went to school, he's got that qualification, he's went on site, he's trained, he's learned how to do all those things. And that's what he's charging for, his expertise. Not just to come in and do that job for you, but it's all the stuff that he's got going in here, that he's going to do a good job. And you're going to go out, he's going to go out the door and you're going to have got some value out of that. It's the value that you're paying for, nothing else. And that's really, really important to remember. But it's the value that that person has gained over the years. So I think that's an important message for businesses out there, right? That they understand that the person that they're going to end up working for and the price they give them, they're probably going to get a lot more value out of it than the price they're going to be paying. I think that's a really, really important message.
And I agree with that wholeheartedly. I totally understand where you're coming from with that. Listen, this has been brilliant.
Thank you, George.
Thank you very much for being with us.
It's been an honor. Thank you.
So this is WayneDenner Technology Innovation. And I think the amazing what you've reconfirmed my way of looking at things. So thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
We have more on the way, so please subscribe to this channel and check out the link below if you consider becoming a patron to help us keep making more content. Thanks for watching.